its Cybertron, and now its residents shall witness its dismemberment. Rise, my podcast. Serve your new master well. All hail Unicron.
Hey everybody, welcome to All Hail Unicron episode 31. Officially, this podcast is now freaking out because they're in their 30s and we still live in that dumpster behind McDonald's on Main Street. I'm your host, Oscar Alonso, and joining me tonight is everybody. Coming from first is everyone's favorite Hail Hasbro champion, the one and only Mr. Matthew Deluxe Baldwin.
Hey there, everybody.
Fantastic.
Thanks for having me back.
Thanks for showing up. And coming up next is everyone's favorite makeshift ambulance chaser. The reason why Matthew Deluxe Baldwin gets out of bed is to make him as disgruntled as possible. The one and only Mr. Robert D.
Hello, good evening. I don't know. I think I'm the reason Matt doesn't want to be on the show sometimes. He's like, Robert's on, fuck that, can't make it.
Mm-hmm. He's actually told me that personally.
He hates me.
He messaged me on the side. He's like, is Robert coming on? And I'm like, yes. He's like, I will not be here tonight.
I'm like, I miss you, Matt. He's like, fuck you.
Throwing you a bone today.
Hey, the Commanders beat the Eagles.
I know. What the hell was that? It's because I talked crap to you.
Fuck
That's
you,
why.
shit.
FSU beat the Gators, man. Hell froze over here in Florida, apparently.
Cowboys beat the Giants.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh.
We're going to beat the Giants next week, too.
I hope you lose.
That's not saying much. That's a lot like beating up the guy in a wheelchair and saying he wouldn't stand up for himself, so whatever. So yeah, coming up next is everyone's favorite math professor. The guy, if you break it, he won't fix it, but he'll send you a YouTube video showing you how. The one, the only, the strangler of young Filipino prostitutes, Mr. T2RX6, Justin.
Well, that's me.
He'll sell you a video on how to fix it.
Mm-hmm. For a low price.
Oh my God, these dogs are going to kill the recording tonight because my mother-in-law's in town. My wife and my mother-in-law went out, and I'm with them, and I have to do the show. And I do not trust the three of them running buckshot without being looked after. And the small dog, the one recently adopted, Danvers, is just crying for attention. So everyone's going to think I'm abusing her. Whatever. I'm not. She's in her crate, man. She has a bone to play with. Whatever. I swear. So anybody got anything? Matthew, go first because you haven't been on in like a month, 2 months.
All right, everyone strap in.
I got too much. I wouldn't.
Or strap on.
Today I got in. I took advantage of Chosen Prime had the clear Zeta Superion on sale, so I took advantage and got that guy in.
Yeah.
I also got in the second train bot. Let me see what's his name. It is Getsui. It's the blue train, one of the legs. Getsui.
It's okay, Matt. Crimson Raptor will correct you.
Getsui. Anyways, I got him.
He's my favorite one. He's Gasui.
Getsui, yeah. I got him. Man, I got tons of legends. I got all the Grimlocks. I got, the RCs. I got those.
And the Grimlock name is Ymir, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Ymir, yeah. Well, all of them are named Ymir except for the Shatterglass one. They're calling him, I forgot what they called him. Started with a C or something. But yeah, I meant they're named Ymir.
It's just ironic because Ymir is supposedly the smartest guy in Norse mythology in the world. And you go ahead and give it to a fucking Dinobot.
Well, he was smart for a little while. I mean, for a little bit, for one episode.
One episode. My God, do people hang on to those things.
But it's good. It's a good mold. And the only ones I don't have is the comic version, which I don't think I can get the comic versions. I got. Let's see. I picked up some stuff from Legacy. I got the Wave with. Let's see. I got.
Dead End?
Let's see. Crankcase, Skull Grin.
Yeah.
And yeah, one of the Stunticons.
Yeah.
And I got that one.
Uh-huh.
I also got Starscream, Armada Starscream.
Yeah.
And let's see what else I got. I got some G.I. Joes. I got Serpentor. I got Dr. Mindbender.
Hey, you got Serpentor. Does he come with a cloth cape?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He does?
No wire though. I wish it would have had a wire, but no wire. But you could. I think you could. I saw somebody on Facebook put in a wire so you can make. But it's a nice. I love it. I mean it brought back so much nostalgia. You know, Serpentor. I had him in the little chariot. You know, flying around in my yard. I remember that and everything. So it was pretty cool. I like him. He's really good. I mean, he's, you know, not perfect, but he's got some issues. But he's awesome. I mean, I wish they would have given him some more hands and another face, maybe like a screaming face. That would have been really cool.
Oh, especially for the this I command. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that would have been cool. So, Dr. Mindbender, I got the Tiger Force Outback, and also Python Patrol Bat. I got one of the bats.
That's the red one.
Well, kind of. Yeah, he's got maroon and yellow.
Maroon, yeah, it's an offshot.
Yellow. I got the Viper coming in tomorrow, I think.
Nice.
And I got the that blaster from the ones that did the Seekers. What's their name?
Oh my god, are you talking about the MP blaster sound recorder?
Yeah.
Okay,
who had it? That's a deformation space.
Yeah.
I got that.
What do you think about that one?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
He's fine. I mean,
Isn't he kind of blah?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I want the Fans Toys ones. I got out. You know, this was on sale, so that's the only reason why I got it. Was on sale. It was sale on Show Z. So, I mean, when I saw they changed the Fans Toys, you know, they changed from gold to the yellow tape. You know, the chest. I was like, okay, that's cool. So I'm definitely gonna get that one. I'm probably just gonna leave that one in probably alt mode or something. It's just, you know, it's got that Magic Square kind of plastic. Yeah. So I mean, if you want one for, you know, as far as cartoon accurate, I mean it fits it definitely perfect. I mean that's what you just, but it's kind of boring, you know. So but it's fine. It's a good bot. I mean it's fun. And
hey everyone, it's me, Blaster. You want to know about the process of photosynthesis? Let's play on this tape.
It's kind of boring, but I also got the Fans Toys Mirage too as well.
Oh, and,
wow. That's it. I think Jazz is coming out soon too as well. That's about it. All I got.
Yeah, kicking myself on that one too. Oh.
Nick the
All right.
Yeah.
Robert, what'd you get this week?
I didn't get anything. I got an invoice for the Jazz from Nick the Toy Guy. What else? Some stuff is shipping, but I got to pet goats on Sunday. I went to my neighbor. My neighbor's son has 2 goats, and we played with goats. And they don't just eat anything. We fed them various vegetables. I brought a bag of vegetables from my fridge.
By play with goats, does it mean you fucked your goats?
No, just played with them. We fed them and pet them. They're very smart. Actually.
Came inside them.
I was surprised how
Did you scare them when did they fall dead or like, you know, fake their death?
No, they're not ghosts.
No, goats, if you scare them, they'll fall over and they'll play dead.
It's a certain breed, ain't it? Like, aren't they like the faint goats of like Norway or some shit like that? I don't know.
Wouldn't that be really mean of me? Like, my neighbor's like, oh, my son has 2 goats. You want to come see them with the girls? And like, I'm like, yeah. And I go and I just scream in their faces to scare them.
Robert ties a bedsheet around his neck and puts on a shower cap and grabs a sledgehammer. He's like, I'm Thor! Rah, rah, rah! And
I'll kill you!
Rah! Robert, put your clothes back on. Shut up, fucking mortals. I'm the god of thunder. He farts and
fuck out of your goats.
Farts so loud is because he's naked. His bare ass cheeks just all the way in the wind. He's like, ah!
Thanks for the invitation, assholes.
Trump 2024. Build the wall.
Build back better. Make walls great again.
Oh my god, dude, this fucking dog.
My dog does the same thing when my wife leaves. You would think that it's like the worst thing in the world to hang out.
Oh, I also got I got New Age Inferno too, Backdraft.
Really?
Oh, you did?
Where are you ordering from?
Show Z.
Wow, you get them early.
Yeah, and I got Show Z and then Chosen Prime also as well. So I got Huffer too. I got Iron Factory Huffer. Sorry, I'm going back through my stuff.
That's okay. You've
Shattered
been
Glass
gone 2 months
Soundwave.
Been in jail.
Yeah. Shattered Glass Soundwave, Studio Series, The Fallen.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, answer me this. Is So
Yeah.
does he actually come with the headband, or is that just plastic mold around his head?
Plastic roller. It's not a
Aw.
headband. You can't take it off. No. Yeah,
Damn it.
it's kind of disappointing. I think Bakon did that when they
Yeah,
put him
that was
out.
dope.
They did that. Yeah. I also got the sword dancer from Dr. Wu, the slam dance and grand slam or whatever.
Okay.
Got those. I got the 2-pack of Alpha Tryon and stuff, and I don't know. I got a lot of stuff. I got some bots as well. So, okay, I'm sorry. Go on, Justin. I think Justin's next. I think.
Yeah. So Robert got nothing. Justin, what'd you get this week?
Transformer wise, I got nothing, but I got a new floor in my office, which is real nice, and then I painted
That's
all
awesome.
the walls and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
New
Look
floor
at
is
you,
always
Bob
good
the
for
Builder.
butt fucking.
So it's nice. It's nice to have a non-carpeted floor in the office that the dogs hang out in. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
The hair starts drifting around all across the floor while you're working. You lean over, you're just like, God fucking damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Out of something so small, shed so much fucking hair and not die.
What'd you get, Oscar?
I got a few things this week. I finally, so I came back from an 8-day cruise yesterday. So like the day after that, actually the day we left that Saturday, Dead End showed up from my Amazon pre-order.
Nice.
So he's okay.
The feet are
know?
weird.
His feet are really fucked up, man. Like they really dropped the fucking ball on his feet. But other than that, for a Hasbro release as a combiner, it's okay.
He's my least favorite. He kind of seems he looks more Combiner War to me than the other ones do.
The Combiner Wars legs looked better than this one, and that's saying a lot.
I mean, but it's nice that he got the same engineering as Dragstrip, which is really cool.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is true.
But
And
he's a
that's
leg,
something-
he's a leg, so you're not going to really see him. So I'm fine with it. It's fine.
I hope we get a G2 set. That's for sure. I'll be in on that.
Oh yeah, you'll probably like you get a G2 set. That'd be pretty.
Yeah, I like his alt mode. I have some minor issues in the back of mine where it won't sit flush
Mine too.
along the rear quarter panels, or if I get it to sit flush in the rear quarter panels, the bumper pops open. So I'll take the quarter panels lifted up a bit.
I think everybody's just done that. I think I've watched the reviews on it, and then on my review, there's a little hook, underneath it. There's like a hook or something that hooks underneath the bottom, and it's supposed to, I guess, fix it. But I tried that, and it still had like a gap in between it.
Yeah, the rear quarter panel shit happens when you get that attached in there. So it's, I don't know. I'll have to look up, see if maybe the plastic is warped or whatever can be done there. Again, fucking dogs. Listeners, I'm sorry, all 6 of you. But yeah, so I went on this cruise. I came back, and I did get some stuff that came in the mail. I'm working on a custom Marvel Legend for my buddy Ryan. Robert and Justin know him. Working on a custom for him, so I got some parts in the mail. I also have Shattered Glass Soundwave, which I had to go to my mom's house to get today. Which isn't bad. That's why, I was asking if yours was molded plastic or not. I haven't had a chance to bust him open yet. He's in a box in my office right now, so I haven't ripped into him yet. I also got I didn't get much of anything else, really. I got some stuff on the way, but I don't want to announce it till it's here. Been ordering stuff off Black Friday sales, mostly for Christmas presents for the family. So yeah, that's definitely it. I'm getting some Transformer stuff coming in soon. Really, really missing out on the Mirage and the Jazz because I canceled those pre-orders, but it is what it is. Whatever. So let's
probably has
on.
6 of them anyway. So
yeah. I'm sure.
No.
He's like,
that you know of.
I guarantee you got 2. I guarantee you got 2 at least.
No.
I guarantee you got 2.
I got 3, stupid. I've texted your dog, man. I'm a lawyer. I'm on the phone with a client.
No.
Speaking on the phone with a client, our first bit of news is Cang Toys Gorilla Guy throwing poop at Robert while he is talking on the phone to a client.
Man, they're finally showing 3. They showed 3. Well, they got Dive Bomb out, and now they showed him and Tantrum. No, they showed 3 more. 3 more new ones for the Legend scale.
That's great, though.
Oh yeah, I didn't think we was gonna get them.
Yeah, so we have
I think
Tantrum,
this
we have
is
Headstrong.
Zeta Do you guys think this is Zeta?
No.
I don't
You think your
know.
face is Zeta?
I don't know.
Could be TFC. They like to do this stuff like that with their Piranacon, and their stuff is usually
Yeah,
like
but
this.
these figures look better than TFC. They're better. They're built pretty well, but
You don't think TFC can get better over the years?
No. You said no, and I say no.
So is this guy's beast mode, like his gorilla mouth, always open, or is that going to be like on a hinge that's going to get floppy off of their ear?
No, these Legends hinges don't get floppy. They're not like
No,
your
that dive bomb is really good. That's why I was really excited when it first came out, and then it took over. It's been a year and a half now. We hadn't heard anything about the Legends one, and so I'm excited. That dive bomb is beautiful.
There's a pin in there. That's a pin hinge.
Yeah, you'll close up.
Well, what I'm seeing here, and I'm going to give Cang Toys credit, is they're sticking to their style, their hyper dynamic Gundam style for these characters. This looks like the Gundam arms from like the Gundam Fighter anime. I think it was USA. That had the fucking big broad shoulders and shit like that. But he has a lot of fucking detail on here. He has a lot of, and for something that's Legends class, that's saying a lot, because what we've been getting lately from mostly like New Age and Magic Square is Toon style Legends class figures. Meanwhile, Iron Factory does their own version, their own stylized version. These guys are doing this, and it really does look like a smaller version of their original figure line.
Yeah, I like it.
So I think it's great. I really hope it works out. I hope they finish it, because I'm in on it.
I like that red weapon. I like that cherry red paint on there and the gold.
I'm sure you do. Is that crayon red?
But yeah, it looks good.
It looks damn good for Legends. Come on now. Come on, Matt. You know you like this. Stop saying you hate it. Although he has a peener, Matt. He's got quite a peener.
Yeah, what's up with the dong hanging out up front?
And there's an arrow pointing at it, just in case you didn't notice. That's where the peener is.
We'll tell the Americans they could suck this if they want to transform him.
Well, that's the face on his stomach. It's a face going,
suck my penis. Put it in your mouth, goggle it, flip it up, smack it, rub it down. Oh no, that girl is poison.
Oh no.
But yeah, that sword that looks like some Piranacon shit. I don't see that unless that's the hilt of their Predaking sword, or the pommel end of it. But it looks dope. Yeah, not bad. CY Minis is what they're called. And what's this one called? Thor Mini.
Peener Mini.
And goddamn watermarks in the way of the fucking name.
Thor Mini.
Thor Mini. Yeah.
Thor Mini, yeah. So yeah, Thor. No, I swear to God, man, fucking Norse mythology is on the rise of fucking popularity and pop culture. It's amazing. So moving up next, Robert, why don't you read this one?
Let's see. APC Toys made a trailer so Justin can transport the bodies of the young Filipino women that he and his wife strangled to get off under the freeway. Oh, God. Oscar. Oscar.
They made a trailer.
It's a damn good looking trailer.
It is. Like it looks like a did he ever have a trailer in the Prime show?
I don't
think so.
I don't
think
remember.
So.
But if he did it, we should look like this.
It's long.
Is it?
Long and
I mean, we're talking. They did all this with the actual Autobot logo on it.
ABC Toys, I don't care.
Yeah, I think that's probably. I don't know, but it's long and everything. Like, who displays this? I mean, it'd be a nice display case, but this would take up it's going to take up a lot of room.
A lot of room, yeah. I would love to.
It's a real estate killer.
If it's cheap enough, but I'm not really sure exactly what price.
No inside shots. What's in the trailer? Like,
exactly.
do we have?
It's solid.
Like just be open.
It's solid.
It's die cast. The whole thing is one.
It's a big block of metal. So it's like a 15-pound fucking accessory for your fucking 2-ounce plastic toy to tow around the house.
Matt, if the APC Toys isn't it just like a knockoff of the Transformers Prime Optimus?
Oh,
Yeah.
But like with metal or something. Like, so does this?
They get some have got better paint jobs, and some come with a different weapon. I've got most of their stuff, and it's fine. I mean, it's
I thought you
it's
didn't
okay.
like it. I thought you didn't like their Prime, like it was made poorly.
So is
No,
this
they
the
were
type
fine.
of thing that would end up working with like the legit one? Like if it
Yeah.
works with this, it'll work with the legit
Yeah.
one.
That's right. Yeah, they were the same size. I mean, they're the same size and everything. Nothing. They're not bigger. They're they're knockoffs, but they're not oversized knockoffs.
Right.
Like I said, they just come with a different paint job. I got the arachnid. She was pretty good. They haven't done a Starscream yet, which is weird. I'm waiting for them to do a Starscream, but
I was supposed to get that arachnid in. Was that APC Toys?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's not a knockoff, is it?
No, that one's not a knockoff because the original, the Hasbro one, was terrible.
I know.
This one, but it's really light, man. When I first got the box, I really thought they didn't put anything in there. So you're gonna be like it's.
Those
it's
sons of
really
bitches.
light.
They're gonna
really
burn,
light.
right, Gator?
But they're pretty good. The RC, I've got their RC. I got a couple of their Prime. Their Megatron's pretty good. I got their clear Megatron.
You know what's funny, man? Though one of the coolest accessories you can get is also one of the most useless accessories, and it's the Prime trailer. It takes up so much space.
Mm-hmm.
It has very little display value. It just takes up so much space. How many trailers can you have?
Yeah,
I'll
if
tell
I
you
was
what,
someone
out of-
who was displaying all my bots in vehicle mode, like I'd absolutely want it. But like, who's doing that? Like,
Right.
it just
That would have
doesn't
to
make
be-
sense.
My thoughts on that is if they display all their bots in vehicle mode, guys like Optimus Prime would have to be like on its own like shelf where he literally like the tires of his tractor mode would be literally at the edge of the shelf, or he would have to have his own desk, period, or table or a nightstand, whatever, period, because it's those trailers that take up so much fucking real estate is pathetic. And
This
out of
one's really long.
all the collections
Okay,
displays I've seen.
I found the pictures of the inside, by the way. Let me,
Oh, is it?
yeah, hold on. I'm gonna send it to chat.
For the
Like-
record, everybody, Justin just sent a picture of a dumpster.
Uh-huh.
My biggest regret purchase is a Prime trailer. I pre-ordered that RoboSend trailer, and I regret it. It was so expensive, and it's just a fucking trailer. Yeah, it transforms.
I saw that at a
Gives a
TFCon.
shit.
They
It's
had
like 3
a
feet
display.
long. It's 3 feet long.
It's pretty big.
Who cares?
Like they did like I forgot who did them when the classics Optimus Prime. They gave him a trailer. I forgot what company did that. It may have been TSC, I think, maybe or something.
It was, yeah, no, the G2 trailer, like or something like that for
Something like
Classics Optimus Prime. That was TFC or Fans Project, one of the two.
Could have been one of those. And then there was one nice one that it was kind of stylized, and it had a roller that came with it. It was kind of stylized and everything. I have that one too as well. And
Look
it's
at
just there's no point of having them. There's nowhere to put them.
Yeah.
It's so fucking dribble. Oh my god! So you're basically paying for molded like girder, right? And some fancy details and a place to lay weapons, if that's what they are for, unless they're just laying shit so it's propped up.
No, you're paying for 7 pounds of diecast.
15, Robert.
No, that's not. They don't use diecast.
Oh
I can
look,
tell you
it comes
right now,
with a drawer
That's going to be light as fuck.
to put all your extra shit, just like the Rodimus Prime Kingdom
Mhm.
set did.
And
You know?
P44,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. How much is it?
50
Is
bucks
it-
is what they have it on.
That's
now.
not bad.
50.
I'm just telling you, it's not going to be diecast. It's light. They're light as fuck. They're not using diecast at all for their stuff.
It's apparently it's in stock.
Yeah, so it's stock over there. Yeah, I mean
On
it's not
Showsy
bad.
stuff.
$50 is not bad. I mean, it's long and strong. It's going to get its friction on.
Hey.
But I just don't. There's nowhere that I can just play it. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
it's going to take up way
looks-
too much.
it looks real good with this Prime, but I just have no place that it would fit in my collection. Like I'd have to take a bunch of other things off a shelf just to put Prime in the truck.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you can lube it up, stand it on its end, and sit down on it while you play your toys.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
All right, well,
Looks
coming
okay.
up next.
Why don't you make
Hey,
Justin
Matt, you
read it?
can read this one.
Which
Under
is it the
Hasbro
HASlab?
official.
Oh, we're doing HASlab. Okay. HASlab, Starsaber, and Victory, Leo in hand, and Oscar is still miffed. He didn't back this project, but Robert backed that source for him because they're fucking.
Yes.
I didn't bet.
Oh, I think that
source
source just hit. They just hit their goal. The first
Did
one.
they?
Yeah, I think 12,000 or 10,000.
Oh, they're home. Thank God.
So yeah, it
That's
just
how.
it hasn't hit its tiers yet, but it just did cross over the.
I'm
so
gonna
it's
have to
gonna
do
be-
it. I want that in my life. I mean, I have the MMC, which is great, but I really, really am regretting not getting this. But I'm not paying somebody $300-$400 for this fucking thing on the second market.
I think Starsaber's. I keep getting emails. Starsaber's fixed to ship out too as well.
Yep.
Oh, I got in that cassette steel jaw.
Oh, you did the MMC Steel Jaw?
Yeah, I got it for 160.
Oh, I got that one too. Did you get the TFCon one or the
Yeah.
original?
I got
Okay.
the TFCon one. I wanted
I
that
did
one.
too.
That's the one I wanted because the retail one's going to be painted a little differently, and I wanted the
The
exclusive
weapons
one.
are chrome. The TFCon has chrome weapons on them.
Yeah, I like the TFCon one. So I didn't like the transformation at all. Like I thought it was
No,
bullshit.
it sucks.
It's the instructions again. It's the instructions, and if you do what the instructions tell you, you can't
I
transform.
don't even read
It makes no
instructions anymore. I
sense.
just watch videos.
makes
I
no
can't read
sense.
instructions to do it.
Yeah, you watch your own.
Look at
That's
the
YouTube short.
Did you see these blast effects on
Yeah.
this Starsaber?
Yeah.
Two are blue, two are green, and the green ones are warped.
They're
One's
barely
point-
transparent.
Oh, they're always warped.
One's
Yeah.
going up, one's going down.
One's not that excited about firing off. The other one's way too happy about it.
My Viagra gun.
Well, this is a statement about Cialis and what it's doing to men across America. Hashtag No Nut November.
Wait, is that Victory Leo's upside down head sticking out of his ass?
In the back of his shit mode, yeah, it looks like it.
Did you see the front view? Victory Leo's like, what have I done?
Oh man, we are really fucking right now, man, bros.
I can feel your spleen.
Oh, you're gonna transform, all right.
I'm excited for these.
Yeah, honestly,
That's
for an official product, it looks really nice, and it's the paint on it, and there's no waffles. But it looks good. I mean, the two of them together, how much?
They were 180, I
forgot.
think.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I wanted, but we were like moving at the time and shit, man. When that fucking HASlab came out, and I didn't know what the future was holding. I was, I don't want to think about those days. But let's move on to the next one.
You backed the Engine of Vengeance.
I did not pack the Engine of Vengeance.
You bought 10 of them.
No, you did. Let's make that fucking clear. So let's move on to the next one. Chefton, the sexiest cook Transformer reviewer, checked out Justin's favorite Armada character, and Justin is pissed. How bad does a toy have to be that you are calling it semi-fail in your title?
Yeah, well, I would like to see the review. I only saw this now, but just wondering, what happened to it that it is quote unquote bad. I still don't think that it looks that great, but
I'm sorry, Chefton is one of the most original Transformer reviewers. He's been doing them since, I believe, Revenge of the Fallen.
1842.
Negative. He's known to, his reviews always show the figures that he purchases in very dynamic poses to show their posability. He really focuses a lot on that. And for him to title the video Semi-Fail really says a lot, because he's basically like, I think this guy's from the Philippines, but he's like the Matthew of the Philippines. He's a big champion for the Hasbro product. He wants to see them succeed because he loves Transformers. So, but to see him give it this label, that's making me, it's raising some red flags there, bud.
I mean,
I'm
it's
gonna have to watch this for sure.
It's a stupid character, you could say, but as a toy, I don't think it looks bad just in terms of its build and the solidity of it, and it doesn't look bad. If you like this figure, I don't see how it's bad.
Yeah, if you're a fan, I think you're going to win either way. But I mean, for me, I didn't watch Armada all that much. I watched it when they all got their. Matt, help me out here. What happened when they got the different colors? What was that called? The Power Charge or something like that?
Power links.
Was that when they got their different colors? When Starscream got the Thundercracker color scheme?
Yeah, they were called Power Link. Well, I think they were called Power Links overseas. I think.
Right. But here in the States, they were like supercharged or something because like Hot Shot got the red and gray color scheme.
Yeah, Hot
instead
Shot.
of the yellow and red.
Red Alert got a different color. I think most of them got different. It's been a minute. I mean, the only thing that people are dogging this out is just the original one wasn't looking that good either. Well, but it suffered because of the gimmick, just like Armada. Armada could have been a really good line. It's just like the gimmick just killed it because it killed the transformation. It killed a lot of the stuff and and everything. So it was kind of an ugly toy in the first place. Mm-hmm. So it's just, but I'm gonna get it. It's gonna be fine. But like I said, it's just a weird character.
This is one like I'll pick up if I'm in a while grocery shopping. I won't pre-order it. Go through the trouble of making sure it shows up. Like Breakdown is going to be showing up in my house.
He won't sell out. I mean, I don't see him selling out.
So this will be something like maybe I'll pick him up just to give him a shot because the only Armada toy I had exposure to, two of them anyway. One was the Armada Megatron, which I'm still on the fence if I want to pick up that.
Fans Hobby,
because I saw your review on it. I saw a couple of other guys' reviews on it, and I really like what I'm seeing. But he's big. He's a big motherfucker.
Yeah, he's a big fella.
Yeah, big. Yeah, big.
Have you got the Armada Starscream yet?
That's actually one of the stuff on the way, bud.
Okay, good.
I was gonna say that for the show.
Like that
That's on the way. That should be here in a few days. Okay. And looking forward to it, and I really hope they do a Thundercracker mold out of it like they did for the toys.
Yeah, that would be
call
nice
it Thundercracker instead of Starscream.
That would be nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, but like I'm looking at this review. He has a 360 table. It's spinning, and all I'm seeing is empty car legs. Yeah. If you guys want to go 15 minutes, 27 seconds in, right at that time point, pause the video, and you'll see it's horrendous, man. Like you could have threw a panel and hide all that shit. But again, it's like you and I talked about, Justin. It's like, they start off with 10,000 pieces for Lego, and the more characters they involve, the less pieces of the Legos they get. So that's what I think happened here, just like with Cup.
Well, one of the things I also noticed with this particular figure is like some of the paint apps, like they could have put some of the paint, like the legs have that like molded detail in the lower legs, which is always in almost every single version of him that's come out been painted. Mm-hmm. And then there's this one and it's just super plain. You're like, why didn't you just throw a little bit of paint on that?
Well, what's weird to me is you have all that kibble on the back and it shows on the side. You couldn't just have some of it flap over to cover the inside of the inner leg. Yeah, the kibble's the material's there.
Yeah, but then it falls into their parts budget. You know what I'm saying? Like how many movable pieces they can have. Yeah. So that's the thing that irks at me is like, like that kibble on the back of his leg. You just mentioned it. That could have been put on a swivel that wraps around the leg, and now it covers the inside of it.
Right. Some of it could have. Some of it. Like just one extra piece, swivel down and across.
Yep.
Cover half of that space with the top blue windshield.
So up next, Justin, you can read this.
I had a feeling. MP Primal cartoon version, yet Matt still won't agree to lend me $3,000 so I can buy my new 19-year-old wife from Russia. I mean, she needs a home, Matt, and a husband. Help me out. It's Oscar's words, not mine. So I'm reading on behalf of Oscar. It's a cartoon version, like cartoon colors of MP Prime, which is a damn good MP. And this looks pretty cool too.
Is this an indication that they're gonna go back to MP Beast Wars, or is this just a quick money grab?
Quick money grab.
I'm gonna go with a little of both. I think they're going to test the waters. This is a quick money grab, and they're going to test the waters to see what else is possible if they go the cartoon route. I mean, like Leo Prime in robot mode wasn't bad, but in alt mode, Leo Prime was a fucking disaster because of that lion face. It really was. It was
literally a joke. I mean, they can't. I don't see how anyone could rationally say, "Oh, we're doing MP Beast Wars. Oh, we'll do Leo Prime. He's a Prime." It's a totally different season. It's a totally different market, totally different fans. Just because it turns into an animal does not attract people who collect Beast Wars. The 3 seasons of Beast Wars.
Because it wasn't made for us. It was made for us.
Yeah. So you're going to judge the success of the line on that? Or, okay, maybe sales dropped off because the Megatron on a lot of figures, the crotch snapped. So people went KO, people didn't want to buy it. You're going to blame the consumer for that and not your own team? The people responsible for materials or designing the size of the screw that went through there? Like, really? You know, you're not going to learn from it? Because people were buying this stuff. And tighten your own ship. You're getting knocked off. Why? Fans Toys isn't. Why the fuck are you getting? No, they are now. But why are you getting knocked off like that? And you're losing all that money. Tighten your shit up. You're supposed to be this big behemoth.
I don't think Takara really cares about MP now because there's no direction. I mean, now they're going towards the train bots, which they're great in train bot mode, but the bot modes are trash. They feel like Combiner Wars.
Matt, don't you feel like not only would like any Beast Wars fan buy every single figure from the show, they would even go so far as to buy all the stuff that was released as toys that never made it to the show, and there was so much more.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why is it Transcraft that's doing the Transmetal ones? Not Transcraft, but what's that?
There's a few.
There's the MP scale ones. They did Ravage, which is really good. They got Rat Trap coming out. They got a Dinobot coming out.
That's not Transart.
That's Transart. Yeah.
No, but then you have the giant Beast Transmetals 2 Megatron.
That too. But I'm just saying they're focusing on straight Transmetal. Like they got Rat Trap, they got Dinobot, right. They got Depth Charts coming.
You said Dinobot.
That's what I heard.
They got. Oh, sorry. But they done, the Prime was good. The Cheetor was good. That Ravage is excellent.
Yeah. There's a market.
Really good. But if you notice,
there's definitely a market because the Beast Wars
look at what you're saying, though. There is definitely a market for the Beast Wars show that we got. There is not really a sustainable market for Beast Wars Neo, Beast Wars 2, though. Mm-mm. You see what I'm saying? They're knocking it out of the park with the Beast Wars show, the original Beast Wars shows, not the spin-offs or whatever you want to call them.
That was for Japan. That wasn't for us.
Right. Yeah. So why would they kill the line based on their own mistake? That's so stupid. Well, and you know what's less risky? Smaller figures. It's less everything. So why didn't they did Black Arachnia? Why don't they do what's his face? Any of the Predacons? Tarantulas, right? Or oh fuck! I'm totally farting out here mentally. Any of the Predacons?
That's something Carrie did a lot of on about.
Who is the pterodactyl? What was his name again?
Pterosaur.
Pterosaur. I should have guessed.
We still need Waspinator.
Right, Waspinator, Pterosaur. Like people would have bought that. The way these figures were painted, the painting, the digital paint they applied. Like, can you imagine getting a Waspinator, a Tarantulas? Imagine getting what's his name? What was the red ant? What the hell was his name? Oh God. Inferno. Any of those figures. And then what do you call the ones, the hybrids? What the hell were they? Remember the hybrids, Matt?
Fusors or something?
The
Fusors. Yes.
And Quick Strike was my favorite.
That company that did the Transmetals 2 Megatron is supposedly doing the Fusor. Remember when Silverbolt fused with it was Silverbolt? Didn't he fuse with Air Razor or something? Or was it well,
he was Wolf and Eagle or something like that.
Right. Who fused with Air Razor? It was Tigertron, right?
Tigertron, yeah.
So I can't recall if they're doing that Fusor or if they were going to do Silverbolt, but they were supposedly a long time ago teased that. Depth Charge, all these figures, but you're saying Transart. I didn't know Transart did all those. I mean, the fact that New Age is willing to sell a repaint of Cyclonus into Depth Charge shows you there's a market for this stuff. Why? So but I don't think Hasbro is going to say, oh, look, we sold the fuck out of this new repaint to Prime that's been released several times. Primal. Oh, they're not going to connect the fact that people want Beast Wars. I think people want Beast Wars more than they want. I don't know who's a bigger market, Beast Wars or Michael Bay films, or Bumblebee films. I think the Beast Wars stuff is more nostalgic. I'm just not sure if the consumer base is as large as the new era stuff. I don't know, but they have no direction. So pick a direction. I mean, I would love to see it. I think it counts as G1. In my mind, this is still G1 because it was tied into the writing. It wasn't a revamp, you know? So anyway.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right. Well, then, Matt, I'll let you call out the last one here.
Let's see. And then there's this piece of shit.
Hell yeah.
Matt, why are you being so rough on it? Jeez.
What they do?
This is an absolute waste of engineering.
This is a good bot. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it is not. It's an ugly hunk of shit, dude. It is from the worst film in the franchise.
No, this
During the
one's a
worst
good. The
time
one's
in
a good figure. I'd tell you that. But it's the way they used. They didn't have any way to go off a alt mode because they didn't have one. The paint on him is pretty good. The articulation is really good. I like it. It's one of my favorite studio series. Yeah, I have. I reviewed it actually.
I would stay away from that crotch if I were you. It's a trap.
Dude, you can literally get the same shit mode with a fucking Marvel Legend. Just lay it down.
Okay.
Flap it over.
I mean, a lot of the transformations are they lay it down on their stomach.
Man,
this is horrible, man. Like, this is an ugly ass spaceship. This thing had no reason to be made.
I thought that was a bug. Are you sure it's a
spaceship? No, man, that is a spaceship.
Yeah,
that is a jet. That is a cockpit I'm staring at right there. Ha ha.
No, that's a bug.
What they need to do is they need to paint this thing like green and call it Vamp from GoBots. That's what they need to do.
That is what they need to fucking do. Yeah, I would agree with that.
It's what it looks like in alt mode. And, like, you could just like modify the head and be like, yeah, it's a modern.
It's bad enough. A lot of my non-geek friends are telling me Transformers is now canon because of a fucking GoBot cameo in the Guardians of the Galaxy's Christmas special.
Transformers is canon because of a GoBot?
Yeah, because fucking the director James Gunn fucking made a post that says this is canon. And he showed a picture of fucking the guy cosplaying as Psykill.
That's GoBots.
And Mantis is like, oh, a GoBot killed his cousin. I'm like, what?
So I just realized the Fallen's face shape, is it supposed to be kind of like a pharaoh? I just realized
sort of like, I think the whole mythos, I really stopped giving a shit about
the whole pyramid thing. I think I just realized that.
You can take it off too as well, and it shows the give me your face thing. Here, I'll send you a picture. Like I said, I reviewed it a couple weeks ago.
It's very much supposed to look like the pharaoh. The whole thing revolved around Egypt and the pyramids and all that stuff.
I never put two and two together there.
Combination of that, and it's like the Decepticon symbol stretched out a little and stuff too.
I never put two and two together. Wow. I just thought they gave him funny face gills that he breathed with.
Mm-hmm.
So was that supposed to be his beard? Like robot facial hair?
Robot facial hair.
Bleh.
So, okay.
Yeah, so that's that with its hind legs looking like a fucking chicken.
I find his lower arm ball joints interesting. Like where they
all look like chickens.
They connect to his his waist a little. It's like having a second set of arms that hold your forearms.
Yeah, what's the point of that?
Well, isn't that like the insect?
They moved with it. They tabbed into his forearms, and then on the back they tab in there too as well. So they kind of move in. They move with it. It's not really good. It's not the best way that I like what they tried to do. But just the execution wasn't there. Kind of, if that makes sense.
It looks gross. Like he's like it's as if the end result of a xenomorph and a Cybertronian. If it like injected its like a facehugger jumped on a fucking seeker, injected an egg, and it grew in its stomach, and that's what we get as an end result is that. Mm-hmm. I don't understand. Like, is his mouth open? Go back to his head sculpt pics real quick because it's closer on us. Yeah, that's an open mouth. So what's the point of sculpting that mouth open if you're just gonna have like the same textures and colors that his fucking mutton chops there have? That doesn't make sense to me.
His mouth opens and closes.
It does?
Yeah. Well, the give me your face mouth does. It does.
Yeah, the mask.
Where is it?
The mask doesn't open. I mean, it's just a mask. You
His
can
face
take it off.
underneath opens and closes.
I sent pictures. If you want to look at the pictures, you
He
can
kind of
see
looks
that.
like a baby
Look at it.
pigeon.
If you look at the, some of the
There we
pictures.
go. You got a fucking your own armada of photos here. Better than the ones that Dime Chalk shares. God forbid he shares something that we've done. What an asshole that guy is. That's his face.
Yeah, underneath the mask. Yeah,
He's
Oh
a
my
baby.
God.
He's a baby bird.
it's a baby bird.
You can't tell me
baby
what to
penguin.
do. You're not my daddy. Bitch ass motherfucker.
I like it.
So weird.
You know what I want to know?
Yeah.
What did you guys do for Thanksgiving?
Well, while we're addressing that, Justin, you said we had questions from listeners.
We do. We have a ton of questions.
Let's go through
Yeah,
some
let's-
questions.
Let's grab two while we talk about what we did Thanksgiving.
All right, let me see.
Matt, you go first.
Matt, you're racist. You go first.
I didn't
No.
do anything. Gator his back has been hurting lately.
How do you know?
Okay, I mean I just know.
Not cool. It probably is hurt killing him. He just, Gator can't talk in human, Robert, so he's
How do
probably
you
wincing,
know? My question is literally, how do you know?
hurting when he gets picked
Because he
up.
winces and he can't jump up on the couch anymore like he used to, and he's just getting old. I mean, it just he's had back problems. We took him to the vet. We had to maybe have surgery with him.
Jesus
So
Christ.
I just stayed home, and Lisa went to Thanksgiving at her family's, and I just stayed home and watched football.
Did Gator do you a salad?
okay.
You're like Gator. Come on.
Really?
do me a
That's a
favor.
little. You didn't go to your in-laws for Thanksgiving?
Lucky devil.
No, because I didn't want to take Gator a 2-hour drive in the car. I just didn't want to go.
And Lisa was okay with this?
Yep.
And Matt was like, yes. I get to stay home.
Everything
Watch
okay at home,
football.
bro?
I get to stay home, watch football.
Yeah, everything's great. I don't know what y'all fucking talking about. Whatever. But anyways, that's what I did.
Well, okay. I was on a boat for Thanksgiving.
A raft.
The cruise was going fine. Thanksgiving was the first night that my mom decided to be a pill the rest of the trip. So she did not join us for Thanksgiving after harassing me for months on end to go on this trip with her. So I can be there with her. Me and Carrie can be there with her and my sister and my nephews and my sister's friend for Thanksgiving and my birthday. And I went just for her to stay in her room because she wanted to be a fucking snob. So
Why was she being a snob?
I have no fucking clue. She won't talk to any of us. Or when I ask her, is everything okay? Yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Like, okay, so why did you stay up here for Thanksgiving? I don't feel good. I'm like, oh, you don't feel good, but you dress like you're ready to go out, but now you don't want to go out anywhere.
Maybe she was seasick.
I don't think she was seasick, dude. I'm sorry. I know her way too well. And according to my sister's been on another cruise with her. She pulled the same shit, and it wasn't such a long cruise either. Like, this one was 8 nights. The one she pulled the shit on was like a 3-day cruise. And the last night, she was a total bitch to my sister for no reason. And she said some pretty mean things to my nephews, too. So definitely not fucking cool on her part at all. To look my nephew in the eye when they're like, hey, do you want us to go meet up with mom? And she's like, I don't care where you go or even if you ever come back. So she's not sick, man. She's just being a bitch because, I don't know, she wants attention. I don't fucking understand. So,
Wow. Happy Thanksgiving.
yeah. So it kind of blew. Like, this Thanksgiving really, really sucked. And, and for everyone on Facebook that took a second to type happy birthday to me, hey, that's great.
Happy birthday,
I
Oscar.
appreciate it. But because my birthday is always falling on Thanksgiving, on the week of Thanksgiving, I've never really had a birthday party or a get together of any kind. So, I don't get, the most happy birthdays wishes I got from anyone is when I get them on Facebook. You know what I mean? Like, I get them from my sister and my wife, but that's about it in real life. I don't brag when my birthday is. So, yeah. So
How old are you now? How old are you now?
I'm 43.
Old bastard.
Yeah.
Your balls are hanging low, dunking in the toilet.
They sure are. When you flush, I feel that wet water splash on them.
You're like, wet willy, woo, woo, woo.
Someone
down
needs
the
to
water
declog this
slide.
toilet.
Carrie, what? Toilet's clogged. Okay, with my
My
balls.
My balls in the toilet, Carrie.
Help me. Bring the Vaseline, please.
You know,
some Advil.
So like when we went on like a 3-island trip on this cruise, right? We went to Curacao, we went to Bonaire, then we went to Aruba. Curacao was dope. I swam with sea turtles, right? Bonaire, I went ATVing, which was really fucking cool. Aruba, I went shipwreck snorkeling.
Wow.
And I'll tell you what, I forgot the name of the ship. I think it's called Atilia or something like that. It was a big ship. And when it's like 200 feet long or something like that, they said, doesn't mean shit till you get a glimpse of it with your eye and you have like a whole eye full of it and you're like, this has got to be it. And you're like, oh no, man, you got like more down that way. And because you're hovering on top of the water when you're snorkeling, right? You're just, if you have a life jacket, it keeps you floating even easier.
Wait, what?
But man,
you're wearing a life jacket?
Yeah, like a vest. Like a
Why?
vest.
Why?
Because I don't want to sink like a rock.
Can you swim?
I can, yeah. It's for me to be lazy, so I don't have to sit there and constantly balance myself.
So did the fish so your balls are dragging on the sea floor?
My balls don't reach 45 deep waters, but okay. No,
goddamn crabs!
I don't know what happened to me, but like I'm looking at this shipwreck and it's the most beautiful thing ever. And then it dawns on me like, wow, I watched a lot of documentaries where sharks hang out at fucking shipwrecks.
Yep.
And I look around me and there's a bunch of people and people of all sizes
waving at you
hanging
like,
around
get
like,
out of the water! Get out of the water!
Like we're fucking seals. And it dawns on me like, I need to get back on the ship because I no longer see a shipwreck. I see an opportunity for this like dark blue shadow to turn gray and white and come at me at like 50 miles an hour with its fucking big jaws open. So I'm like, oh, there's got to be. So my anxiety's kicking up now. I'm like, oh, there's got to be a shark. I got to get out of here before the shark comes and gets me. Oh my fucking God. So I go.
He's going to grab you by the nuts.
I go back to the boat. And like the current's so strong by the boat that if you don't hold on to like the rope that's by the stairs you descend into the boat, you'll get pulled underneath the boat altogether. It's anchored, the engine's not running or anything like that. But there's another lady there holding onto the rope, and she's like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Hey, I'm just gonna hang out here," because there was like this young girl fiddling with her fucking face mask for 20 minutes, and her fucking.
Oh, so she was hogging the rope. You should have just swung your nuts over the side and hauled yourself up.
No, so like,
look out!
Like,
my nuts.
this young girl sitting there adjusting her air vest and she's constantly like rubbing the inside of her face mask. It's one of those like snorkel face and snorkel mask combinations, right? She's messing with this, and this lady's hanging onto the rope with me, and she's like, "So what makes you want to go back in?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah." I'm trying to be like subtle. I'm like, "Oh, I'm just tired. I didn't sleep very well last night, and I don't want to fall asleep while swimming." She's like. And she just outright says, I just want to get eaten by a fucking shark. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Swimming over a goddamn shipwreck in Aruba, of all places.
So while you're climbing up the rope, were you like, ah? And there's like a line of 10 people behind you climbing up your nuts.
No, man, no. So like this girl's like taking forever. And this lady looks at the girl and she goes, "Sweetie, you need to hurry up and get that done today because me and this one are holding on to dear life with this rope and this current." She's like, "Well, just a few more minutes." She's like, "Just get in the fucking water." And the girl's like, "Okay, Jesus." And I'm just like, wow, she's like really rude. Like, how could she talk to this girl? It turns out it was her fucking daughter. So
well, there you go.
The best part of that trip was the free drinks because it was open bar. It's like everywhere else, every excursion we did was like, "Oh, would you like some water?" "Yeah, $3. For a bottle of water?" "Yes." "I think I'll starve, Chief. Thank you.
That's
I'll die of thirst."
They got
but
you.
This
That's
bar, this boat's like, "Yeah, we have open bar, my friend. So what, you want an Aruba? And I'm like, "What's that?" "Oh, it's he starts listing off all the shit. I'm like, "Just give me like 3 of them, dude." They're gonna go away before we even fucking deck this bad boy. He's like, "You got it, my friend," and that was my favorite trip. Probably was that one, just because like the atmosphere with the people were a lot nicer. There weren't like when I was on the ATV one, we had people that ATV in their off time. So of course they go on a cruise. What are they gonna do? ATV on a cruise.
That's stupid.
Which makes no it's like let's go to the beach, but I'm bringing my own sand. So, it doesn't make sense to me. Like the people at ATVs were like too busy acting like, I should do extreme sports in my 20s. I'm looking at this guy who weighs like over 500 pounds. I'm like, no, you didn't. Fucking liar. But, and then the sea turtle one was there's just, I don't know, man. It was just like way too many people on that excursion. So I didn't like have a lot of fun. But other than that, I learned how to make sushi. That was fun.
I know. Wear a fucking bib.
I did not. It is an apron, a see-through
Justin,
apron.
You got to make that picture of Oscar with the bib and his like Caribbean shirt and his chef hat, like the episode photo.
I'll see what I
You
can
have to. Oh my God! Who needs a bib when they're eating sushi?
They give it to everybody. We all had to wear gloves and everything while we made the fucking thing. And the topper was like, Carrie, my wife, doesn't even like sushi. So she's like, you can have mine. I'm like, cool. I'll have some when I make it, and then I'll have some later on in the room. But according to the class, you have to eat what you make there and then.
What?
So it's like
stupid. What are they gonna make you eat it? You could have been like, nah, fuck you, and just walk away with it. What are they going to tackle you? You could get into a
but they were
fight
screaming some shit about. I blame. Listen. I blame COVID about this shit because at first they were like, "Yo, you have to wash your hands. We have to watch you wash your hands, and you have to put on these gloves, put on this fucking apron, put on this hat, and do all this." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's my food. Why do I need to wear the gloves?"
That's stupid.
And the guy's like, "What if you're allergic?" No. Hold on. The $1 million question goes, "Well, what if you're allergic to some of the stuff here?" I'm like, "Why the fuck would I take a class on making sushi if I think I'm allergic to some of your ingredients?"
Wait a minute, but the first time you're going to find out if you're allergic is
shellfish.
Hold on. The first time you're going to find out if you're allergic to it is when they force feed it to you. That makes no sense. What you should have done is just been like, just start stuffing it in your fucking pockets. And then if they try to grab you, pull your balls out like nunchucks and start fucking Chuck Norrising and Bruce Leeing with your balls. You could have really impressed Kerry. I'm very disappointed in you.
Whatever. Yeah, that was true. Do you have the questions, Justin?
I do. Well, I have the email open. So all the listeners, nobody was looking at the questions. It turned out because when I went back and looked, I'm like, oh yeah, we have questions all the way back to October 28th.
2018.
Wow.
Holy
shit.
The first one we have here is for Andy. Sorry. Hopefully you figured out the answer to your question already, but we're still gonna answer it. So Andy asks, my Legends collection needs a blaster, and all I could find was MFT emitter. That's McFan's Toys emitter. What do you think of KOs and quasi KOs when there's no other option? All hail Unicron.
Andy, I'm gonna give it to you like this. I have that MFT blaster. He is horribly out of fucking scale with the other Legends class figures that are out there. I mean, he scales about as well as his G1 predecessor, and we all knew Blaster was a huge fucking Autobot because he was a stereo.
Just get the magic.
So, well, he wasn't out at the time, bud.
Well, that's the answer to the question, though. Hold on. The answer to the question.
No. That Magic Square Blaster's been out. They're one of the very first ones they put out was Blaster.
It came out a long time ago, but maybe it was sold out. But the point is this: you wait. You don't line your shelves just for the sake of filling holes. You wait. You only purchase quality that matches your aesthetic and scale, and you try to keep your shelves at the same level, scale-wise, quality-wise, display-wise. It's better to have less, be nice-looking, than fill your shelf to the point where even if you do that with tons of nice stuff, you lose the display value because it's too crowded. So you're better off waiting. You can just, if let's just say McFan Toys, Magic Square was out at the time, and the reason you didn't get it was because it was sold out. You wait. You hunt on eBay, and you wait for a deal. You look in the groups. Otherwise, you leave a hole, and you wait. Or you wait for a release. You will get it at some point. Or maybe if you see it's usually $20 more than retail, you save 50 cents a week. And you will get it, but you wait. That's what it is. Don't fill holes just for the sake of having a representation of the character. You're just filling your shelves, and it doesn't look as good. My kid is in my face with a balloon right now.
I was wondering what that was. I'm like, someone's tea is or something.
Honey,
Sounds like someone's fucking a clown. Hell yeah, America.
But yeah, the Magic Square one, I mean, it might have been sold out, but yeah, that was one of their very first ones they put out. And that's where the McFan Toys got their idea, was from the Magic Square one. And they had the Iron Factory one too, but I think that was one of the very first Iron Factory ones too as well.
Yes,
And
it was.
it wasn't. I mean, it's okay, but it's not good as what Iron Factory's putting out now. So
I mean,
yeah,
it's a totally different
I would wait for
aesthetic.
New Age. I'm sure New Age is going to put one out eventually.
I think
would just
that's
wait
going to
for
be
New
hard.
Age.
It's going to be hard to top that blaster. It's always funny until something better comes out. That's usually the saying. My
When
daughter
it comes
just
to
came,
collecting.
yeah, my daughter just came in my office and she's like, "What happened to all your Transformers?" Because I've been slowly moving the collection to Jersey, so like half my shelves are empty right now. She's like,
I would just wait for either New Age or maybe Magic Square. Magic Square is actually going back and re-releasing their stuff, and they're actually they're painting them stuff. They're putting like metallic paint on them too as well. So you might want to wait for that. The Magic Square one is pretty good. I mean, it's one of their earlier ones, but it will go good. But New Age, like I said, they did a sound wave. I'm surprised they have not shown us a blaster yet. But more likely they will probably do a blaster. That's an easy repaint too as well.
I almost feel like now the scale is coming to a common ground between New Age and Magic Square, and I can kind of reconcile some of the New Age bots, the way they're a lot smaller, by just a perspective on the general scale. I can see, just like I have combiners with Legends, because whenever I pictured the combiners in combine mode, it was 5 regular sized bots that turned into a monster, even though it doesn't make sense. So I can see having a New Age one, even if it's not as big, or, getting the dots, whatever it is, like, having these 2 different collections, I think you can mix and match at this point is what I'm saying. If, like, say you collected New Age and some of the Autobots are on the really smaller size, that's just a view of the scale. It's not like, I don't think it fucks up your display overall. I think Matt's right. You can wait for the blaster. I think it won't look bad. It'll look better.
I don't think the scaling really, I mean, for Legends really doesn't matter to me. I mean, for MP, yeah, I mean, it could matter, but for Legends, I mean, they're so small anyways. I mean, the scale's only off by a centimeter or millimeter or something like that. So it's not that. But I mean, you could tell with New Age, there is a big difference. With like Jazz, and their car bots and everything.
Right.
You can tell they're real smaller than the New Age one. I mean, it's Magic Square.
But don't you like the size of the New Age mini bots because they're so tiny? Yeah. It's like good that they're that tiny.
I think both. I mean, what Magic Square is doing now, I mean, they're doing some really good. What they've put out lately has really been really good. Ever since Prime, you got Ironhide. I'm looking forward to their Jetfire. Do comparisons with the New Age one. Actually, the Magic Square Jetfire is actually smaller than the New Age, and that's not very common because most of the time New Age is smaller than.
But the Magic Square Backdraft. That's all I think of him now. And you guys just said his name was
Inferno.
Inferno. I don't know why I can't remember Inferno. That didn't come out yet, though.
Yeah, it has. I have it.
Really?
Yeah, I told you. I did a review for it. Transformation is really cool. I love the Transformation.
The New Age just came out.
Oh, I'm sorry. The New Age. I'm sorry. Magic Square. Okay, you're right. Correct.
Magic Square's coming out.
Magic Square will. Yeah, they'll eventually. Well, no. Magic Square's already got Inferno.
They're
redoing them. They're redoing them with metallic paint.
That was one of their first. They're doing a 2-pack with him and Grapple. But the New Age
Inferno transforms really cool. It does the ladder inside the chest, and it's a cool, fun transformation. I liked it.
Next question.
Well, I'm going to take. I didn't get a chance to answer, so I'm going to take just a second and say that I don't really care about KOs or semi KOs. Like, for me, like, MFT has done some of their own unique things, like the Rodimus. I think is a really good.
Yeah, the triple changers.
Rodimus.
Yeah,
and I think I've got their triple changers.
That's Mechanic Studios. I mean, it is Mechanic Toys, but it's a different.
I think that follows in that like semi KO type thing he's talking about, and like I think in that regard, like I don't really mind them, and then where KOs are involved, if it's a straight KO, I don't know if I'm super interested, but if there's a reason to get it, it's like MPP 10 or whatever for Robert or whatever, like it's a KO of MP 10, but like the original Magic Square release of Ultra Magnus, like he was so small in alt mode, like the alt mode did not look right next to the Magic Square Optimus Prime, and by getting the MFT Ultra Magnus, like that alt mode looked a little bit better. Not great, but a little bit better next to that Optimus Prime. And then I felt like the bot scaled a little bit better next to Optimus Prime as well. So, like I can definitely see reasons that you might go after the KO. And I think if your collection kind of fits that or the size fits the aesthetic, then like, sure, go for it. It doesn't bother me. It's no money out of my pocket. So I think all these companies kind of, cannibalize each other a little bit here and there anyway. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that more than one company.
And in the end, it's
game. So
in the end, it's collect what you like. I mean,
that's all there is to it. It makes you happy.
Yeah.
So.
Or what you can afford.
So anyway,
but
moving on to the next question. Brendan writes, this is also 2021. Hello, Heralds. My question for the group this week is, what is the most outrageous moment to happen in your collecting career or in the community in general? I'd have to say mine was something that happened at TFCon a few weeks back, which is a year and a few weeks back. I was in line to buy something at the Chosen Primes booth, and the guy in front of me was really trying to get a Fans Toys kickback for $50, claiming he was there earlier in the day and bought the other two and said he paid $50 each. I'm fairly sure he didn't get them for $50 each, seeing as they were sold as a set. I'm no MP collector, but I know those figures are way more than $50. Looking forward to your responses. Also, after last episode, Robert can forward all of his TikToks to me. My inbox is open. Sorry for no life advice questions. Apologies mostly to Robert. Sending many likes, prayers, and Care Bears. Brendan.
Wow. I wish we had some of these viewers still.
Sorry, Brendan doesn't listen to hear his question being answered.
Yeah, Brendan's blocked us, and that is the Brendan from the Chosen Prime, the owner operator.
Wait, but call me crazy. I didn't hear a question.
The question is, what is like the most outrageous thing? Like, what's an outrageous thing that's happened in your collecting career or something in the community that you can remember?
Oh, I got one.
Go ahead, Matt.
Get this off.
People asking me for an autograph at TFCon. That is just fucking weird. Like, I'm a regular guy, regular collector. I mean, I do reviews, but people asking me for an autograph, it's just it blows my mind every time that people ask me.
Did you give him one? Did you have to tell them?
I look at him like, really?
Read.
No, I mean, I just look at him like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, all right.
We're like, that'll be $5.
Now there's some guy out there in Tennessee driving a brand new Honda Accord. That's name.
That could be.
Man, that dumbass thought I was a fan. I love P-Off. P-Off for life, man. Dime Chalk is my favorite transport news program.
Everybody loves PR.
I remember. You want to hear mine?
No, not really.
Yeah,
It was TFCon Chicago. Me and Matt were in the elevator, and Dame Chalk came into the elevator, and Matt shit his pants. It was
that did not happen.
That's
so
why you won't share your photographs, Matt. You fucking smoked them out.
No, I don't think he shares my stuff. He don't share anybody from our stuff because y'all talk shit about him, I guess, and he heard about it, and
Oh no,
Yeah.
I think it stems back to our Shattercast Uncut days when he
Oh
called
yeah,
us
no,
a bunch of
yeah, I know it's
racists because of the Rock 5 thing. Even though I have on record people of Asian descent from the Orient that found that funny
Man
and
calls
knew
it the
it was a
Orient.
fucking joke. So, that's cool. Get fucked.
yeah, he didn't share anybody's stuff around on our stuff, so or
Mm,
any Shattercast thing. So whatever, it is what it is.
outrageous. I think oh man, there's a couple. I know one up there I've talked about in the past where me and Matt went to a parts party and there was a tranny shoplifting.
Oh, that was TFCon 2014.
There's a time I got Oscar drunk
14 or 16?
at like noon.
Yeah.
And I introduced him to Adele.
Justin. Introduced him to Justin and Adele. First time meeting him, plastered off my ass.
Um,
Oh, I really like this. Adele. Man, your husband's a good catch. Does he got a big dick?
there's a time
Bitches
Bobby.
don't.
There's a time Bobby tackled me into a table covered in crabs.
Mhm.
And then I remember I forget which TFCon it was. I think it was Reston. I got everybody's at the bar, right? Well, we were on the back. A lot of us were in the back. I don't mean Eric B was there, Bobby was there. I can't remember everybody that was there. It was a ton of people, and Bobby was going on and on. And I was just like, dude, no one cares. Who wants free drinks? And then everybody followed me into the hotel. And we went to the bar. I left him out there. He's telling his story till. He was so mad at me. And we went to the bar, and I was buying everybody rounds of drinks and just shots. I was calling the shots, and everyone was having shots of Jameson. It was like 25 people.
Mhm.
And,
There were people that you didn't even know that
No.
were just they were just like, "Yep, I'm in."
We were handing them out. We were just fucking handing them out. And I remember at one point, Harrican was like, hey, he showed me something in his hand. He's like, you want to go in the back? And I was like, yeah, let's go. Meanwhile, I'm a super lightweight. And I never do that ever. But I was wrecked. So I go with him. We're sitting on a bench just chilling out. And I'm sitting there smoking. And I was like, holy shit, I just smoked most of this by myself. And I don't even smoke. And I'm getting really high. And this is really bad because I was really drunk. So the world was already spinning. And then it started revolving vertically. And I was just like, this is fucking bad. I can't even be in my own head. And then I hear Bobby's voice coming over. And I was just like, oh no. And I just like stood up and I just started stumbling towards the hotel. Harrican had to escort me back to my room. I couldn't function. Turns out that whole time, as soon as I left Bobby and brought everybody with me, Bobby was still out there with a few people. Some drunk guy tried to pick a fight with him. And like Eric B had to step in. And Bobby was so mad at me for not being there. And I was like, how the fuck should I know? Why didn't you come drink?
You think you're better than P.R. Skull fuck?
But he said,
you want to go, bro?
And he said when he came in the back and like when he was walking up to me and he said I just stood up and I was just staring into space for like 5 minutes. And then I just started stumbling towards the hotel. That was a funny night. One of my most fun moments though was with Matt and the tranny shoplifting. That was fun. I was like, Matt, that's a dude, and he was like, that's a man.
Was that Chicago?
Yeah, I think.
No, that was Charlotte.
No, that was Chicago. You weren't there.
That was Charlotte. I was there. That was the day.
Yeah, you were there.
That sunstorm. So it was Charlotte, bud.
Oh, that was.
I miss those days when
16 or 15. Was that 15?
16. I miss those days where it was like the cons still had like stuff from the old cons, like parts parties and stuff. You know, it was more of a
party.
Yeah, but it was just something different about it. I don't know.
Yeah, I tend
Oh,
to
Oscar,
agree.
Oscar, are you going to the one in Florida next year?
Looks like I am. But if I have to go alone, I'm not gonna go.
You know what I miss though? Like Matt, walk around the floor with Matt.
Mhm.
He loved. What I like to see, I get sensory overload at those things. I don't see everything in front of me because it's too much shit, and like I can't just stand in front of a stall because I feel awkward with the guy standing there staring at me, and I'm just like staring, and I'm just confused looking at everything. I can't just slow down and look at one thing at a time. So I just kind of just breeze around, hoping something will catch my eye. But Matt, he takes the time to like go through every bin. You know, even if his friends are all around, he's still hanging out with you, but he goes through everything. He looks at everything on all the racks and all the bins and everything, and you know, it was always a fun experience. Did you do that this time?
Yeah, you got to, man. Sometimes there's stuff hidden, not really hidden, but you know, they're just stuff behind stuff and everything. But yeah, I'll be at the one in Orlando. I'm excited for that. Or next year.
Yeah, like I said, I'm waiting to see if other locals around here are going to it. You know who you are, Ricky. Not name dropping or anything.
He is. His name is Mjolnir, and I'm not worthy. He's the only person I couldn't lift. I tried picking him up, and I almost got ripped in half.
Did you try fireman carry?
No, I just tried to pick him up.
Like a baby?
Just lift him up straight up.
Like from his armpits?
Yeah, he's extremely heavy. Like, I
yeah,
feel like
well, you're all fucking giants, so whatever.
He's extremely heavy. It was not fair. He said I am worthy, though. He felt bad that I couldn't lift him.
All right, we got another question? Let's go.
That was like 1 out of 20. Let's go.
Well, no, come on, you guys. Jesus. I read the questions. Let me answer the fucking question.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
sorry.
Robert.
I'm so sorry, man.
So, one of my favorite con memories, and I had two, and now because everyone made me angry, I forgot my second question, or my second answer. So I have to think about this for a second, and if I think of it in the middle of the next question, I'm going to fucking interrupt and come up. But anyway, I remember, I remember them both now. Okay, good. So, the first con that I met, like, Matt and Robert and everybody like that, I remember there was this guy who had all these business cards, and these things appeared fucking everywhere. Like, on the floor all over the place. They were, you know, hanging from the urinals and everything like that. I can't remember his name anymore. But I think he's still...
Isn't that ironic?
He's still a pretty popular YouTuber.
Obviously, someone needs to fire their marketing guy who made those business cards.
Let me just interrupt.
Do you remember that happening? I feel like you might.
I don't remember those.
Let me just interrupt real quick. You're not supposed to carry around a pile of fucking business cards. You look so desperate. Like, as an attorney, if I meet another attorney or somebody in the profession or whatever, and they hand me a stack of cards, they're not only immediately going in the garbage. I've also thought that you're a fucking desperate person. You know, like,
I carry cards around all the time.
No, you're desperate. I don't carry cards.
Okay.
Like, if you want my number, I'll text you. I keep my cards in my credenza for my clients. I give them my card. And if somebody wants a card, I'll find one in my bag. But, you know, I play hard to get.
Mine in the bathrooms everywhere, man.
They were everywhere. I'm pretty sure.
Say no more,
man. Shower and one just fell out my ass. Like, I don't even know how it got there. But
I don't remember that, man. I don't remember who it was. I don't remember seeing those cards. Sorry.
You see the point? What's the point then? He handed out. It obviously doesn't work. The name didn't stick in your head.
That was also 8 years ago, Robert. I mean, he may be dead.
It was fucking you, Matt.
Was it me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think you might remember it. I was like, Matt, it's also your business cards in the bathroom and all that stuff.
Okay. I mean, I was desperate. I don't give a shit. Well, first of all, that was 2014, so I just started. First of all, I just started, so yeah, I was desperate. So yeah, I was dropping my cards around.
What are you doing with a business card? I still don't understand why podcasts and reviewers think a business card is in any way. Business card is that somebody has your number handy. That's it.
I don't know. I just thought it'd be cool. I don't know. It was a bad idea. It was 8 years ago.
Terrible idea, Matthew. Terrible.
Well,
I think back in the day, I understand it, Matt. I totally get it.
I want to see Matt doing TikToks in a thong.
TikTok didn't
singing Elvis
back then. So
now I want to see him doing TikToks in a thong singing Elvis. I'll have a boo.
We're back.
I miss you, Matt. You're such a bastard. He doesn't talk to me anymore.
Mm-hmm. That's Matt.
I know. He's like
a two-way street,
diva.
Man.
You're a diva.
It's a two-way street, man.
Two-way street.
I don't see you reaching out to me at all, man.
I've spoken to your wife.
I don't ever see you reaching out to me.
I've reached out to your wife. I've spoken to her.
Robert. Anyways,
he's such a fucking fancy pants now.
All right, whatever. You don't ever reach out to me, so.
You don't miss me. I tell you I miss you. You don't want to come on the show, and I say I miss you. And
All right,
then
let's go. Come on,
you're
let's
like,
go.
fuck you, Robert.
So
Look,
my
he's
second memory is actually the first con I ever went to, which is the first TF con I went to that was actually in Canada. And oh my god, it was crazy. So I left right after, like, I made it like a half day at work because I'm like, I'll take the Greyhound from DC at like 1 o'clock or something like that. And like I was scheduled that I would be there by, let's see, if I left at 1, I think I was supposed to get there at some time like no, maybe I took it first thing in the morning because I was supposed to be there the day I left. So I left, went to the Greyhound in DC. It took, instead of it being like an 8-hour bus ride, actually I think it was longer than that. I think it was supposed to be like 12. It ended up being like a 24-hour bus ride, and it was horrible. Wow. We got stuck at the border for an unreasonably long amount of time. I actually ended up passing my grandfather's house, who at the time he lived in Canada. I was like, holy shit, why is this bus going past my grandfather's house? Like, it doesn't even make sense that he's here, but whatever. Yeah, so that all happened, and like I finally got there. They dropped me off at like 10 a.m. the next day, you know, like when I was supposed to be there way earlier. And the bus stop was just like the side of the fucking road somewhere in Canada. I'm like,
wow,
where the fuck am I? And how do I get to this hotel? Like, I have no clue. And like, yeah, I don't even remember what I did. I think I must have called like a taxi or something like that. There was like a mall like a couple blocks away that I've found and walked to. I honestly don't remember how I got there and stuff like that, but it was crazy. But met some of the friends that I'm still friends with now all these years later. So it was definitely a worthwhile trip. It was just a crazy trip. So yeah, I think that's all that I can kind of remember. I'm sure there's more things that were crazy that happened, but that is that. Do we want to do one more? Or do we?
Yeah.
What do we want to do?
Another one.
All right. Let's see. Okay, so this one is someone. So who the fuck? All right, so Joe writes, "Are we still uploading the podcast because it hasn't shown up?" And someone actually took the time to write Joe back on fucking January 31st, 2022, and didn't notify anybody that we had questions. So fuck you guys. All right, moving on to the next one. Griffin Morris writes, "I have a huge opportunity." And this is this real? We love your what? My name is Jeff. I'm working on strategian.com. Tony is a pioneer of jobs to be done. We'd love your article. 3-0 Deluxe Revenge of the Following article. What is this? Okay, this is not for us, but I'm really confused. Because apparently we wrote some article on TFW 2005, apparently. All right, moving on. Joe then follows up. This is March 3rd, 2022. Follow-up. Good day, Heralds of Unicron. A couple of follow-ups to my life question several episodes ago. I'm sorry, Joe. My friend that I wanted to help but was into meth became wanted on multiple felonies, and oh my god, we have to go back and figure out what the previous follow-up was. Anyway, my friend that I wanted to help but was into meth became wanted on multiple felonies and fled/left the state to Ocala, Florida. Oscar? Looking at you, Oscar. Just kidding. He did flee to Orlando, though. He asks for money, but at this point, he's a fugitive by our standards, and I can't help him. Guess it worked itself out? ? As for the dog, it's got out several more times, but there's nothing that we can do as individuals to rectify the situation, and animal control in my county is useless. I don't know. We're getting there. So as long as the dog is safe and appears healthy, he'll roam. Question for the group. My primary collection is Transformers. Hopefully it still is. We don't know. It's been a year. I've got my Season 1 MP bots and cons, my G1, all of Season 1, 2, and most of Season 3 bots and cons, and lastly, my this is the best version of that character for my Season 1 and 2 bots and cons. I'm also getting representations of my favorite fandoms, such as having original 4 Turtles for TMNT, original 4 Ghostbusters from the Plasma line, etc., as a figure/set that will represent the fandom. I feel like my collecting days are coming to an end. Maybe they have already ended because it's been a year. When that does, or if that has happened to you already, what do you think will fill that void or scratch that itch? Thanks, Joe S. P.S. If you need a person to fill in when 2 other members are out, hit me up. I'd love to sit in and chat with y'all. I've met Matt at the DDPY guy from TFCon. What?
He charged
Dude,
me.
we answered this question.
And Robert,
man.
although that was way back at TFCon 2019, I think. Later, all hail Unicron.
Dude, we answered this question already.
Then who didn't fucking delete it?
I don't know, bitch. We're still going through PayPal Pete phase, so I think I was a little iffy on messing with the fucking emails.
PayPal Pete.
So, you know, I'm not trying to fucking accidentally remove something and then make a mountain out of them all.
Do we want to answer your question? Because we're a year later. What's going to happen when you feel that you're done with Transformers?
This is me a year ago answering this question. Joe,
No.
I feel like
the year
you're
now.
going.
We don't care about Oscar a year ago.
No.
Oscar is dead to me.
Yeah, wow. Fuck you. I'm a good guy. Get my majors in business.
Mm-hmm.
My balls was 6 inches higher up, but I'm still a good guy.
I'm still a good guy. Everyone likes me, okay? Oh. Ew, Matthew.
Matt, did you really?
that
I think his phone
That
just
is-
muted him.
that is so old school. Nothing will ever beat the comment that says frothy goodness, and they had the time check as to when Matt fucking ripped ass so loud.
That was a good
That you can literally hear Gator go, Jesus Christ, human, my back hurts.
You heard Gator was like, "Blah,
Blech.
bleh, I lick my own ass." Blah."
Here's my story for wildest time in collecting was at TFCon Charlotte. Matt and I shared a hotel room, and it had to be middle of the night, and he let out like the loudest fart I've ever heard.
That's a fat man fart.
And I asked him, dude, did you like hover over a cauldron? Like a big old time witch cauldron and just let one rip? He was like, because we're both half asleep.
Matt's like, my ass
has.
has apnea, man.
We're both half asleep, and we decide this is how we're going to communicate, where we're both half asleep, half awake. And he's just like, I don't even know what that is, man. I just had a fart, Oscar. Good night. No apology. No nothing. He just go good night and went back to snoring.
It happens.
Hey, it does happen, man. I do it too. According to my wife, I'm like a fucking motorcycle. The way I backfire sometimes.
Yeah.
But you know, those are good. Those are good TFCon memories. I don't have a lot like Robert because I don't have the opportunity to go to a lot of the get-togethers and hangouts and shit like that. And I think if I did live in a tri-state area, that still wouldn't be invited. but yeah, to answer Joe S's question, who I speak to regularly on Facebook now because Joe S is a good guy and has helped me out with my. I can't afford a SeaCon set, so I'm going to make my own by buying me some fodder figures. I think you'll have one or two things. You'll find something else to take up the interest that you had when you were collecting, i.e. like reading or comic books or a particular, something that's story driven, a mythos of some kind, whether it be about Greek, Norse, Egyptian, whatever, something that intrigues you that isn't necessarily mainstream because, even 10 years ago, man, when these movies, over 10 years ago, when the Transformer movies were first hitting theaters, you could sit there and say Transformers and no one would know what the fuck you're talking about compared to today. So I think you would find something obscure that not everyone's into and try to get into it yourself. You'll probably check out kaiju fandoms like Godzilla, Gamera, or Tokusatsu like Kamen Rider or Super Sentai. Rest in peace to Jason David Frank. Unfortunate what happened with him, Power Rangers, that type of stuff. I think you would find something else to dip your feet into to test the waters.
Or your balls.
Or worst case scenario, you probably would get real desperate, sell everything you have, and start over just for the thrill of the hunt again. So that's my answer to that question, Justin.
Mm-hmm. So for me, I definitely will find different things that I'm interested in, for sure. So yeah, I mean, I may move on from Transformers, and then I'd find something else. So
yeah, all right.
I will never move on.
Yeah. Well, see, the problem for me is and especially right now, I'm having definitely a hard time where I'm just like, I don't don't want to buy my third version of, MP Prime. Like I've already bought 3. I don't need a 4th. Like I'm good. I'm done. So
You're not gonna get the fans toys?
I'll probably get fans toys just because it's fans toys. But
That is your third version.
that'll be like my 4th version. So I have MP1. I have MP10. I've got MP44. I've got Magic Square Prime, and then I'll get the fans toys. So I'm on my 5th version.
Yeah, and
So
you
I
have
don't want a
hybrid
6th.
style. You have hybrid style.
Oh, I got
that doesn't count. That doesn't
I
count.
got
but that's not MP.
the light of peace, whatever.
Mhm.
The new Magic Square one.
Mhm, mhm.
You got the light of gas.
No, you can't. Don't light that up. You might blow up something.
What did you eat for dinner?
I don't know. What'd you eat?
I had ramen, like authentic ramen, and I have
That's
gas.
I got the MP Prime.
Oh, big baller paying $8 a plate for fucking noodles dipped in hot water with powdered seasoning.
Yeah.
It was
Seasoning.
more than $8.
Chicken
Yeah, that's your
seasoning.
fucking problem. You could have saved yourself like $10 and just bought the goddamn ratty ass shit they sell at Walmart for 35 cents a pop.
Man, that shit's good, man. The chicken ones.
Yeah,
I like
man, the
those.
spicy chicken ones, man. I'll fuck those up.
Yeah.
Matt, our viewers want to know what you ate for dinner.
So I would just tell that guy, yeah, don't give up your dreams, man. Don't give up your dreams.
Follow your
Matt-
heart.
I want to know what Matt ate for dinner now, really bad.
All right.
What's the next question?
All right, we keep
That
going.
was the
So I
last
just
one,
want to
man.
also point out, thank you, Joe, Joe, and Andy, who are
please
pretty
come
much our-
back.
Our 2 question givers.
Please come
Um,
back. Please
yeah.
come back.
Let's
Somebody
see.
PM them.
Let's see. So I'm just trying to clear the inbox here and see what we have. Here's actually older. Sorry, I got you from Joe. Okay, this is the life advice. We can get rid of that. Brendan, blah 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 blah. I don't know if we answered this, but we'll go with it. Brendan asked January 1st. Greetings, Heralds. First and foremost, I want to thank Robert for mentioning Robo Toy Base. I've been getting most of my older releases from New Age from there, since they have tons of older stock. My question for you guys is, with how well New Age and Magic Square Devastator has gone, how would you like all combiners to be handled in Legend scale going forward? Individual packs of the core figures and a pack of combiner parts was a smart idea. Looking forward to your responses, Brandon.
Exactly.
Yep.
Brandon, you run your own business. Don't ask us for help if you're not going to be paying us for counsel of any kind.
That's Brandon, by the way.
Son
This
of
is
a bitch.
Brendan.
Oh, right. You ever watch
Brandon
you ever-
from Chosen
you
Prime
ever-
does not listen to us.
you ever watch Night of the Museum Part 2?
Are you sponsored by the Chosen Prime?
Who? Justin?
You, Matthew.
Justin is.
Oh,
No,
is
I'm
he?
not.
Oh, yeah, I am then. Yeah, I guess.
Last time Justin released a video, the Capitol was raided.
Yeah, that's true.
Damn.
Hi-oh.
Was that 2020?
Something like that.
Yeah. To answer the question, yow.
What was that?
I don't know, yowza.
Yeah.
I like the way they did. I like the way New Age did. I like the parts forming kind of thing because I think it's going to last longer. Doing it that way. Magic Square. Did Magic Square, were they parts forming as well, Robert?
What was the
The
question?
Devastator. Was there a Devastator parts forming too? I think it was, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like that. I hope they move forward. The Zeta aerial bots was not parts forming, and while it is pretty good, I mean over time it's going to get floppier, and I think that the parts forming is needed for any combiner to keep it stable for over a couple years instead of just be a floppy mess.
The issue with the Zeta Superion isn't ironically the combiner parts. It's just overall little bits that aren't really secured well, which is sad.
That's true.
because
But I mean,
it's
over time,
quite a
it's still going to get
success.
floppy. I mean, over time, I think if they would have included parts forming with the Zeta one, I think it would have been a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, but it's quite a success overall. It's a non-parts forming combiner, but
Right? Yeah.
it's
I mean,
pretty
it's good.
It's pretty sad that given how solid and wet for something that's not a parts former, it is kind of though. Hold on.
The arm bots are pretty crappy on mine.
Well, actually,
So-
well, he has a no. The Zeta Superion is a parts former.
Was it?
Yeah, he's got a torso and legs. It's a parts former.
Oh, okay, my bad.
But it's highly articulated, well proportioned, very well scaled. There's something about the scaling on him different than the Magic Square or the New Age Devastators, because even though he's small, he gives a sense of his size because of the size of the detail on the bot. Rather than like glossing over things because he's small, they gave him small detail, so it looks like a large bot scaled down.
They just released a metallic version of him too. Well,
I might have to get it because mine doesn't have a fucking face.
Well, my arm bars were the arms on him were terrible.
But yeah, he's a parts warmer. But this doesn't lack. I mean, you have to. I think any combiner, big or small, should parts form, but you can't just think that's the be all and end all. You still with one big issue you have with any combiner of any size I've seen now is the little bits. It can't have little bits that pop off that don't secure well.
Oh, look at the train boss from Moon Studios.
Yeah, you can't have that. That shit needs to be solid, and that's just tolerances. That's just Justin's.
It's gonna be a floppy mess.
That's just Justin's fit and finish, man. It's got to fit right. That's all. You can't have a chest plate that falls off if you breathe on it. My Superion doesn't have a fucking face. You know, like there's a big waste of money now. And I don't know where his face is. It's somewhere, you know, but it's just gone. And it's just because it doesn't secure well. The chest plate
doesn't secure well at all.
Right, and that's unforgivable. Why would you bother having parts forming torso pieces and legs, have these joints that are so well articulated, have all this detail, but like the very important minutia don't stay on the figure? Mm-hmm. What the hell are you thinking?
Yeah.
I just don't get it. But I honestly think this Zeta Superion is the best Legends scale combiner I have, if not for that issue. Or his face not being there. Do we have another question?
What's the next combiner? I think Iron Factory's got their Leo
Cang toys
coming out.
Cang toys.
Yeah, Cang toys. But we haven't seen anything from Magic Square or
the mini
New
Cang
Age.
toys. I think, yeah.
But we haven't seen anything from New Age or Magic Square in a while.
I wish they would just release a set. Sell it as a set. Give us a set.
I wish New Age would put out their Stunticons. I don't know what they're waiting for that. I don't know why they're taking so long for those to come out.
Oh, because they're fans' toys, probably.
That's possible.
Do you think that's evidence that New Age is related to fans' toys?
I meant the paint and the sculpt is always on point.
The materials too feel like that kind of solid that you.
Plus, they're coming with these little stickers too. These little Key Pass stickers.
Ever since they started doing that, Keith started doing it. Other companies are not doing it. You know? Yeah. To be obnoxious, but I just have a funny feeling there's a relationship.
I could see New Age being fan. I think they are the fans' toys of Legends. I mean, they're
no, they are.
Their paint, the sculpt's always good. The materials feel good.
They originally weren't. I don't think they were originally like the Datsuns.
You don't think so? I think they were always.
There's two. You can't have ball joints like that. They were very heavily reliant on ball joints in the beginning, and it's just a little sophomoric.
They were heavy on the ball joints in the beginning, but I don't think that didn't put them in a different league than what most other Legends were doing at the time, honestly.
I think when they were doing ball joints, Magic Square was a hair's breadth above them because they weren't doing it.
No,
but
I'd have a whole Magic Square collection if I thought that was true.
Well, no, because
Magic Square's early stuff was not that good. Like their Inferno, their all that stuff. That was really gummy plastic back then.
Still is.
They've gotten better. But the way I say it with Magic Square, I think that gummy plastic fits the cartoon aesthetic. Like it's just kind of plain and boring, but that's what the cartoon version was.
It does, but I think you could have done that without the gummy plastic. If I'm honest with you, I think gummy.
Well, then that would be McFan's toys. That would be like what McFan's toys did.
Exactly. And for that reason, I actually think that McFan's toys for some of those earlier releases is a better overall product because it doesn't feel like it's just going to snap on you or stress mark like crazy. So.
Well, I think the gummy plastic always gave a little leeway too, as well. I mean, for I don't know.
It's just me. I don't like that plastic. It's
Yeah.
the big.
No, a lot of people don't. I mean, if Magic Square, okay, if Magic Square, what they put out recently with Jazz, Ironhide, if they had the paint and materials that what New Age was doing, oh, the New Age. I'm sorry, but New Age would probably be in trouble.
No, but they wouldn't have the clearance. That's the thing. They wouldn't be able to transform with New Age's materials. The New Age
The
has
way they
thicker.
transform, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, the way they transform now, yeah, because they're really, there's a lot of steps. Like Ironhide, a lot of steps to transform him and everything. So yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I mean, I think with the gummy plastic, it helps it because it kind of gives a like a give, so it won't snap like if New Age, did it,
Yeah.
or something like that. So, but anyway, I like what the combiners do. Like I said, I'm waiting for New Age or Magic Square to announce their next one. Iron Factory has one coming that Leo Kaiser. Then we got Cang Toys, which is exciting. I'm surprised Zeta hasn't announced maybe doing their Bruticus. Since they did Superion, that'd be pretty cool if they did Bruticus as well.
Right.
A little smaller version of him.
I want to see. Yeah, I want to see them all. I want them all. But what's funny?
Yeah.
The one set of figures I have the hardest time displaying is my Legends combiners, because I do not display my Legends combiners at my Legends. I display my MP combiners at my Legends, because in my mind, MP combiners are Legend scale. When they're in combined mode.
Where are you gonna display those then?
There's like totally misfit shelf for me. They all are, and it sucks for me because I love the figures. I don't know. It's a problem. I might have to one-off them in like a Skinny Billy.
I would put them in a glass display and have lights on them because they're really nice looking.
Like a Detolf.
Maybe not a Detolf, but something like a glass display, like maybe just one cube. Because I mean, how many? There's only a couple of combiners out there, so I mean, you could fill one. Give them some risers or something, and put them in there and put some lights on them. Maybe like one big glass cube or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll make them look nice.
No one asked me what I did for Thanksgiving.
What'd you do for Thanksgiving, Robert?
I had a 20-pound Heritage bronze turkey. The Heritage turkeys, it's the same bloodline from the colonial times.
You ate a metal turkey?
No, so the Heritage, not bronze. So they're like old school turkeys with bigger legs and thighs, smaller breasts, because like they haven't been modified over time.
That's steroids.
They're like a very stronger turkey taste, and I smoked it for 12 hours in my smoker on 225, and it was the most delicious turkey ever. It was so smoky. It was like barbecued turkey. It was so fucking amazing, and all the sides. And I had my mother and my sister and everybody over. It was a fun time. That's it.
You didn't buy me those.
You asked me what I was doing for Thanksgiving, and I said, "Why don't you come?" And you were like, "Okay," and then you peaced out.
Yeah, I usually do that. All right, we done? We got another question, or are we done?
I mean, we can always do more questions.
Okay.
Let's do one more.
All right, this one should be a
monkeys.
pretty easy one anyway. So Andy, who still has not given up on this podcast as of the time of this question, let's hope he hasn't.
This is 2019.
Practically. He writes, "Hey guys, this may be basic B questions, but opening up the new Legacy Laser Optimus Prime got me thinking, what's your favorite Optimus Prime toy? My bar none favorite is Earthrise Optimus, but I'd love to hear yours, if only to laugh at how wrong your answers are. Thank you for everything you guys do. My day brightens perceptibly when AHU pops up on my feed. All hail Unicron, Andy."
What's his last initial?
B.
No, it's not the same Andy.
Favorite Prime?
Favorite Prime. God dang.
My favorite Prime is Buck Prime.
Oh, God. Amazon Prime. Oh, gosh. This is tough. This is very tough. Not MP44.
I'd have to say either, I like to say 3-0, one of the 3-0 Primes.
It's going to be Fans Toys.
What?
It's going to be Fans Toys Prime.
If it was ever made, sure, but
It's
no.
made, Matt. It's made. You saw the Ultra Magnus with the Primo.
I'd have to say 3-0.
The fuck you saying anyways for? I'm talking.
Because it's not
douchebag.
It's not there. It's not there. It's not
fucking
made.
talking to you. You're like, anyways. Fuck you, Matt. Anyways. So, yeah.
There's not a Fans Toys. Has Fans Toys Prime been announced?
Yes, you fucking idiot. I fucking told you so. God damn you fucking anyways me. So anyways.
Oh my god.
Dickhead. So yeah. I'm gonna say MP10 because it's classics. Next.
I don't know. I think there's definitely a couple that stand out to me. Of like, I think so. MP10 and the Light of Freedom Magic Square. They're like so like they borrow so much. Magic Square borrows so much from MP10. Like MP10 is such a classic toy for flipping back and forth. Like he's fun. He looks good. He kind of like is how you pictured Prime. Like he's probably the best. I think the Light of Freedom Magic Square is also up there, but he again shares so much with MP10. So I feel like if I said Magic Square, I'd be doing a disservice to MP10. I would also say like non-G1 focused. Honestly, I think Cybertron Optimus Prime is like one of my favorite incarnations of Optimus Prime. I just think that toy is...
incarnation of Cybertron Optimus Prime you talk about?
The fire truck thing. I like that fire truck.
Oh, okay. The TV series. Okay, yeah.
And
yeah, that was pretty cool.
The hybrid style version of it is just an amazing little toy. So that is also up there for Optimus Prime, in my opinion. And then of course G1 is just classic, but I don't know. He's not the best Optimus. Let's put that straightforward. So.
Okay.
Matthew.
Probably the Legends Magic Square. It's probably one of my favorites.
One of the first releases or the most recent one they did?
The most recent.
Okay. I'm going to go with Transform Element.
What?
Yeah.
But that's up there with MP44. You got Transform Element, MP44, and the Magic Square Light of Freedom, big one.
That's what I have, is Transform Element. I have 3 of them. I have his Nemesis Prime, and I have his Shattered Glass Optimus.
So you're not going to get the Fans Toys?
No. Anyways, I was about to cue up music.
Yeah, so that is...
I gotta say, you know what it is? MP10. When I walk, I have MP10 in my office. I keep a couple Transformers in my office, ironically, because they're either a vehicle or a pedestrian. I know it sounds crazy, but if I need clients to reenact an accident for me sometimes, and I actually do use my Transformers for that. It's just, I need to know ahead of time. If I don't know ahead of time, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, hold on a second, I can do this. And I transform my figures.
Check this out. Look how he transforms.
But like, it'll be handy
to have
masterpiece
moment.
2 cars or a pedestrian in a car or 3 cars. Like, that's what I do. But I have MP10 up on a shelf. I have the Optimus pen up there too, you know. But I have MP10 and he's impressive. MP10 is still impressive. He has a presence more so than MP44, and I would put MP44. He is cousins with the one Oscar has. He's cousins with Magic Square. They are in their own field. You know what I mean? I love that set, that MP10. It's just something about him. It harkens back to the first time third party was really burgeoning, and Takara was still the boss, and they were setting this standard. You know, like it's a point in time, but it's
a time capsule for you.
Yeah, but it's still impressive. He's like a fucking ape-armed boss on the top of my cabinet. You know, and he's easy to transform, yet it has a masterpiecey moments to it. You know. But anyways.
Yeah, mine's Transform Element, man. I know it's very standard cookie cutter, but you know.
Never messed with that one.
And
Couldn't even tell you what was good or bad about it.
I transformed him once. Pretty fun transformation, but it's not something I would like to endeavor in again. But I think it's a great addition to anyone's collection. If you're an Optimus Prime fan, I've never had MP Nemesis or the Shattered Glass Prime. I never had a Nemesis. I had a Nemesis Prime. I think my first Nemesis Prime was a KO I got from Kapow Toys. But I never had like a pseudo-official version of Nemesis Prime in an MP scale ever. Till I got that. And the same thing goes with the Shattered Glass. Like, that's why I'm... You know, when I see Hasbro release another Shattered Glass figure, I try to see what's up with it and if I want to jump in on it, because I thought that was a really cool premise, you know? So not only is Optimus Prime known as being the greatest hero of, you know, their reality, but in this other reality, he's like a fucking psycho. So, you know, so I don't know. That's just me.
All right.
Very good. Good stuff.
So we have more questions. We will get to them. Sorry you guys had to wait a long time. I think Andy still listens. He submitted something on October.
This year?
Yeah. Well, we'll get back to that. I promise we will read your question and have an answer for you, and then you can laugh at how long it took us to get back to you. But
Curse us out on Facebook Messenger.
you should. Tell us we're horrible people. So.
Won't be the first time. All right, so let's go ahead and take us out of here for the evening, gentlemen. As always, we want to tell you to email your questions to hailunicroncast@gmail.com, hailunicroncast@gmail.com. Special shout-outs goes to the one, the only Eddie Dustmice for providing the beats for our awesome theme song that we have. Check out our friends over at the Realm of Collectors, facebook.com/groups/Realm of Collectors. And to everyone who followed us from Shattercast to Cut, we are grateful to each and every one of you for joining us on this journey.
Won't answer your questions, though.
So be sure to check out Deluxe Baldwin on Facebook. T2RX6 and myself are on. Check out Deluxe Baldwin on YouTube. T2RX6 and myself still do YouTube videos.
Do we?
You know, do we? I don't know. Maybe we got a better chance of world peace or people just getting along before you and I put another video out. Robert, of course, you know, remember, always fall in the Walmart bathroom. They don't have cameras there. So give Robert a call when that happens. And so then on behalf of me and every other member of the All Hail Unicron cast, we'd like to tell you to stay formatted.
Bye-bye.
All right, I'm going to head to sleep. I got to